Your poor friend's parents invite you to sleep over at their house. Do this so you don't look ridiculous. Hide your iPhone 19 before get in. Say hello to the whole family. Don't take pictures of the house or ask why their car has no wheels. And be careful. If you notice a bad smell, don't say nothing. The family could get upset. At dinner, don't ask for seconds even if they offer. You might be taking food away from another family member. On the other hand, you might be surprised that the bathroom is outside. Remember that they may not have toilet paper, so bring extra socks and don't touch anything else besides the door. Finally, never open the windows after midnight. It's very likely that a thief could break in and steal everything, leaving the family in ruins. If you are in a dangerous bathroom and need to poop, always leave one foot out of your pants. If someone tries to attack you, you'll be able to stand up and defend yourself against the thief. If you are going to declare your love in a public place, do not choose your favorite restaurant. If they reject you, you will look ridiculous and you will never want to go back there. If you are at a dinner and choke while eating, don't try to leave the table silently to avoid embarrassment. A lot of people die because they don't ask for help. It's better to just make the universal sign that you are choking. If you are going to travel by plane, always take a picture of your suitcase before takeoff. If the suitcase gets damaged along the way, you will have proof and they will give you a new suitcase. Where did colors come from? The color orange got its name from the fruit and not the other way around. 5,000 years ago, Egyptians started to call the precious stone blue, and the name was used for things of that color. 1,000 years ago in Japan, green and blue were called the same. Oh, they still confuse it today. That's why traffic lights in Japan are red, yellow, and blue. Purple was the first color created synthetically. A chemist created it by accident while mixing medicines. Pink was named after the flower, and only rich women used it in the 17th century. It was created by diluting the red of other pigments, and people only considered it a light red. If we divide the world by genders, men and women would be separated at birth, but each zone would have only one baby of the opposite gender. In the land of all men, they would soon develop a protective instinct. Everything would start to function like an anthill. All the men protect the woman with their own lives. Soon they would make the woman their queen and become her personal army. In the woman land, they would realize that the man is very strong and would force him to carry out the heaviest work. The women would fight among themselves to see who finally gets the strong man. Wars would soon arise among the women, causing the man to lose his mind. If the woman disappeared, the men would lose their sole purpose in life and would end up dying sadly. If the man suddenly disappeared, the women wouldn't be bothered at all. The women would look for another way to do the heavy work and would keep fighting among themselves until they destroyed each other. Toys that have saved lives. In 2016, a couple of children were playing with water guns when the building where they lived caught fire. They loaded their water guns and started spraying water directly onto the fire. When the firefighters arrived, the fire was practically extinct. In 2017, a wife grabbed a knife to attack her husband. The man grabbed his lightsaber and defended himself from the attacks, escaping the scene without a single scratch. In 2020, a little girl was playing with her toy car in the backyard. When a raccoon suddenly appeared and attacked her, she hit it with the toy car and managed to escape with no harm. How many bites from these animals would kill you? If a spider bit you, it would have to bite you more than 50 times to send you to the grave. It would give you a fever, hallucinations, and total paralysis. With bees, about 800 stings would be needed. You would go blind, swell up like a ball, and the venom would suffocate you until it killed you. For ants to kill you, they would have to sting you about 2,000 times. To have an anaphylactic shock, meaning you would feel like you're being burned alive. With a scorpion, a single sting would be enough to finish you off, but with 5 stings, you'd only have about 30 minutes to live. Finally, a crocodile. It all depends on where it bites you, but on average, with only 2 bites, you would go to the afterlife, though it would keep biting you. Imagine you rob a bank and get a huge amount of money, but you have a big problem. You can't spend that money because the police will ask you where you obtained it. Since dirty bills must be laundered before spending them, this is what you must do. You open a small hamburger stand and sell some real burgers, but every day you will lie about how many burgers you have sold. Each day you will say that you sell 50 burgers, even though in reality you only sell 1. Now you add all the stolen money pretending it comes from your business. If someone asks you where you got the money, you tell them it came from your business and show the fake evidence. But if you're an idiot, sooner or later the police will notice that the numbers don't match and they'll lock you up for money laundering. If you could know everything in the world, at first it would be incredible. Just by thinking about it, you'd know every secret and every hidden truth. No one could lie to you. You'd know every answer before they even ask you. You'd discover betrayals from loved ones and what everyone really thinks of you. You'd know when your friends, your parents, and even you yourself would die. Sleeping would be impossible. The voices, the data, everyone's thoughts would haunt you day and night. You would go crazy and be unable to endure so much knowledge. You would have to clear your mind and meditate meditate so you wouldn't die from a heart attack. One day you'd think about how to use your power, and you'd reveal secrets that would change governments, expose corrupt politicians, and prevent wars. Everyone would be afraid of you, but they would also love you. You'd become a hero and a villain at the same time, building a world in balance. If you're lost in the forest, follow these 5 rules to survive. First, don't move. The rescue team will only look for you where you were last seen, not where you might have gone. Second, look for water. You can survive 3 weeks without food, but only 3 days without water. But before drinking it, you have to filter it. Fold your t-shirt 4 times and pour the water through it. This way you'll eliminate dirt, bugs, and bacteria. Third, signal SOS. Make 3 signals of anything repeatedly. 3 flashlight flashes, 3 loud whistles, or even 3 fires. Fourth, build a shelter. Use branches, stones, and bushes. Put it all together, and above all, make sure the roof doesn't fall down. Finally, make a fire. Rub a stick repeatedly against dry leaves on top of a log. When smoke comes out, blow on it while you keep rubbing. Fire is useful for warming up, boiling water, and most importantly, attracting the attention of rescuers.
If you're stupid and bite your tongue while eating spicy food, run to drink lots of water. The spice has burned the wound and you could lose your tongue. If you notice lots of graffiti in the same color, get out of there as soon as possible. You've probably entered a dangerous gang neighborhood. If a dangerous thief tries to rob you, throw your own stuff as far as possible. Thieves are usually stupid and they'll forget about you. If you're a slob and stain your pants while peeing, wet your pants with even more water. People will think you just got wet while washing your hands.
A woman spilled a McDonald's coffee on her legs in 1992. At that time, McDonald's served its coffee at the dangerous temperature of 90 degrees Celsius, and therefore just 10 degrees Celsius away from boiling. Due to the heat, the woman needed skin grafts and was hospitalized for 8 days because of the burn. But this wasn't the only coffee-related accident, as McDonald's had received over 700 complaints about its dangerously hot coffee. The company faced a major public scandal and finally decided to lower the temperature of its coffee.
If you're under house arrest, here's what happens. First, they'll put an ankle monitor on your leg and confine you to a specific area, like your house. You are required to work to pay the daily $20 for the use of the monitor. On the other hand, if you break the monitor, you'll have to pay for a new one and pay $3,000. But if you intentionally don't charge your monitor so the battery dies, the police will come looking for you and could take you to a real prison. Finally, if you try to leave your house even by a meter, the monitor will send a signal to the nearest police station. And since they have your exact location, they will send several officers to kindly ask you why you are not at home.
If you are in your house during the night and a thief comes in to steal, turn off the lights. You know your house inside much better than the thief does. If you're completely lost in the desert, don't go and drink your own urine. You will only get even more dehydrated. If you've been kidnapped, you can call 911 and pretend you are ordering a pizza. The policemen will notice the clue and they'll come to save you. If you're on the beach and the water begins to recede, get out of there as soon as possible. A great tsunami is approaching.